If you have not tried Crunchyroll Premium, now is the time. You can watch old favorites like Dragon Ball Super, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, tons of anime from the past, present, and future, including right now, Jujutsu Kaisen and Dragon Quest Dai are all available on Crunchyroll. And with your premium account, you get to watch them an hour or so after they air in Japan. Give it a shot right now for free at crunchyroll.com/geekdom. I will leave a link down below for you to check out. Alright, so we're going to be going into some spoilers for Dragon Ball Super Chapter 69, some images from the chapter before they are released publicly in just a few days. No camera this time, guys. Just wanted to drop this video quickly. Didn't want to have to put a shirt on or put clothes on or, I just want to drop it quick, alright? This is my first time viewing these images, focused mostly on, well, first of all, like I said, last chance to click off the video. These are going to be spoilers, legitimate ones for the upcoming chapter. So here we go. Again, most of this chapter, as far as action goes, seems to be based mostly or purely on Goku versus, not Goku, Vegeta versus BEERUS. Vegeta is going to get pummeled here. I mean, there's no question about it. The debate about whether BEERUS and Ultra Instinct Goku are more powerful at this point in the series is ongoing, and I had a video planned about Goku versus BEERUS and who was actually more powerful. But I decided to hold off on that video because I want to see if we see more of BEERUS's power in this chapter, or in this arc, because we haven't seen BEERUS at full power. That's the defense that most BEERUS people are going to use to defend BEERUS. They're going to say that, and there's no sense in me making a video if the chapter or the arc says otherwise. You know what I mean? There's no choice. There's no point. So I want to get all the data first before I actually make that video to definitively say, okay, this guy's more powerful, this guy's more powerful based on what we know in the series. But when it comes to Vegeta and Vegeta and BEERUS, I mean, there's no question. BEERUS is going to stomp this man. And this is all part of the training. So remember, they're both holding back, or at least BEERUS is holding back. Here we have BEERUS with the old face mush on Vegeta, just smashing him. Here we have BEERUS smacking. It looks like he's literally smacking Vegeta away. I mean, literally just demolishing this dude. And, these are only a handful of panels. Obviously, this is not the entirety of the chapter, but yeah, just destroying him. Now, I don't know how Vegeta fans are going to react to this because they tend to get really upset whenever Vegeta gets beat up, even though Vegeta's been beat up every single arc in Dragon Ball since the beginning. I don't think there's been a single arc in Dragon Ball that he hasn't been beat up, except for the ones where he doesn't really fight tough guys, which is only the filler arcs of Z and the filler arcs of Super. And even then, he kind of got beat up a little bit. I mean, but, in the Garlic Jr. saga, he didn't really fight anybody tough. So, I mean, there you go. But I don't count that. You don't really have to count the arcs where he's kind of like, not really doing anything. But here he's going to do something. But you have to understand that this is part of Vegeta's training. This is all part of the training. So he has to get beat up. He has to get beat up by BEERUS so that he can learn whatever secret technique BEERUS has in store for him. And we've seen BEERUS slap Vegeta around several times in the series. Here we go, Vegeta going into Super Saiyan Blue, coming at BEERUS. BEERUS, of course, smiling at him, saying he wants more. I hope that this means that we're going to see that killer instinct from BEERUS again. I hope that this means that we're going to see BEERUS getting refocused again. Not just Vegeta, BEERUS. Because even if you don't believe that Goku surpassed him, whatever your belief system is, it's up to you. Goku is getting closer and closer, even if you don't think he passed him. So BEERUS got to get focused too, not just Vegeta. Here's another shot right here. It's funny because the last chapter was really focused a lot on none of these characters. It was focused on the new characters and getting them over, like the Heaters and Granolah. And here we have Vegeta hanging in there with BEERUS. A big focus on these characters, which I'm actually perfectly fine with. And if Totoro wants to take this chapter and make it a more training-focused chapter, maybe give us some more insight as to what exactly the secret is that BEERUS has had, or maybe it's not a secret, but the history between BEERUS and the Saiyans. Tell us more than what we've already seen in the past. I'm fine with it because, like I've said before, I love lore. I've said that before. So, here we have Vegeta going for a punch, BEERUS blocking it with ease. This does not appear to be any version of Ultra Instinct or anything like that. It's just Vegeta just toying with this man. Let's move on to the next image here. I mean, BEERUS is doing the old Finn Balor double stomp. Or, low key, or Kevin Sullivan want to go old school wrestling. He's doing the old double stomp. In fact, let me take off the advertising things, the little things covering the screen right now. Give me one moment, and I'll give y'all a better look here. There you see right there the double stomp to Vegeta's back. I'm sorry if it was covering it there. I definitely didn't mean to do that. I do that just because those things are covering the top and bottom of the screen. But actually, if I move my screen up, which I'll do for y'all here in just a moment, because the top of the screen is just Windows stuff. Like, who wants to see that, Let me move the window. Let me adjust it slightly here. If I can, if it'll let me do it. But I have this thing locked, so that way, nothing, I don't move anything on accident, you know what I mean? Oh, jeez, it's not letting me do it. Actually, you should be able to see it right there, so it's not a big deal. I'll put the banner things back on there real quick. So, anyways, there you have that. Now, next page here. Oh, boy. He is just standing over Vegeta. In fact, let me actually move back to not showing those things. The top of the window is just top of the window. There's nothing to hide there. It's just... and thanks to Dragon Ball Hype, of course, for scanning these. He's just all over Vegeta, just humiliating him right here. But it looks like Vegeta still has his eyes open, so... he may have some kind of counterattack. And this dialogue, I don't have translations for it yet. As of this recording, I may get some very soon. Maybe even during this recording. Probably not, because I think everyone's asleep, but maybe not. Maybe I will. About what BEERUS is saying to Vegeta here. It could be taunting or it could be some serious stuff. Here we have BEERUS doing some kind of technique. I cannot tell what that is. It looks like he's blasting Vegeta. Now, I don't think that's the Hakai. I don't think that's what that is, yo. It's something else. As you can see, he's got his hand, around close to Vegeta's, I can't tell, because I can't tell if Vegeta's teleporting or if he's actually hitting him with a move. And what this could be, if you go all the way back to Battle of Gods, if you remember some of the moves that BEERUS was doing, some of the, if you remember, he was doing pressure point techniques and a lot of Aikido and Aiki Jiu-Jitsu. And obviously this is Dragon Ball, so it's going to be different for the Dragon Ball world, as far as what the techniques are called or used. He could be showing Vegeta that, and also, remember that move he did on Vegeta during Battle of Gods where he did the two fingers on Vegeta's forehead and just knocked him out cold? That could come into play again, here. That could be what shows Vegeta. I mean, I don't know. We don't have details on this yet. We will, hopefully, this chapter. And here we have Goku and Whis watching just the mauling that is... I mean, look what happened to Vegeta. I mean, he smashed through his armor, just mauling him. Just completely mauling him here. And of course, it's all part of the training, so Vegeta probably loves it, Okay, so I stopped the video so I can get the translations from Herms privately here. I sent him a DM about the translations, and basically what's happening here is it looks like that is indeed the Hakai, or at least maybe a weaker version of it, unless it's a different technique that we saw BEERUS do off screen. Goku says, BEERUS technique. I tried to copy it before but failed, talking about the Hakai. And Whis says, it only had enough force to destroy his jacket, not so easy to master. So... it looks like, unless there's something else that we don't know about off screen, that Vegeta is trying to learn the Hakai, which would make him a very dangerous opponent, even more so than before, even with Force Spirit Fission. So it looks like that's what's going on. I don't want to say for certain because we don't have the entire chapter yet, and we need full context for that. And also, in this scene right here, BEERUS says, does what the Saiyans did in the past have any connection to you now? You seem to be caught up by it, so your growth stops here. I don't like that line because Vegeta has not been caught up by what the Saiyans have done in a very, very, very long time, unless there's something else. Now, if he's talking about his own personal guilt for what the Saiyans did, there was a line in the previous arc about the Namekians and what Vegeta did. So maybe there is more going on. Again, without full context, I'm not going to sit here and trash it because we don't know. And people tend to do that way too much. But if Vegeta's feeling remorse for what the Saiyans did in the past, then that is a possibility that maybe it's messing with his head a little bit and getting in the way of his training. Now, since, I think it's about this, okay, since I did the first part of the video, we do have more spoiler images that have come out. And it looks like Granolah has gathered the Dragon Balls. Now, I'm unsure as to whether or not these Dragon Balls are actually on Earth or not. I do have Herms translating these images now. But he has gathered the Dragon Balls, which is very interesting. Here we have the summoning of the dragon. But if you notice, the dragon, that may have answered my question here because I haven't seen these images yet. But the dragon looks different. This is not the Earth Shenlong or Shenron. And it's certainly not Porunga. Look at the face. The face, that does not look like the same face. Maybe it's just me, y'all. Maybe I'm looking at it in a weird way, but this dragon does not look familiar. Are there other Dragon Balls? I can't, like, I don't think these are the Super Dragon Balls. They're not big enough to be, right? But this dragon looks very different. Very, very different from anything we've seen before. Like the face is not the same. He looks like a hybrid of maybe the Super Shenlong and the Earth Shenlong. See, the face is different. And so what does that mean? That there are actually other planets besides just Earth and Namek that have Dragon Balls? And what does that mean? That is a huge revelation. Here we have him making a wish. Ooh. Let's see what Herms said in the DMs here. So Herms translates the following. Oatmeal says, I believe it's okay to make your wish in ordinary language. Granolah says, I want to be stronger than anyone. Make me the greatest warrior in the universe. So he wishes to be the greatest warrior. Now, again, notice how Oatmeal says any language. This is not, okay, this is not the Super Shenlong. It's not, because you can see right here, the Dragon Balls are small. And why are there only 2 Dragon Balls? Is this a totally different dragon? This is, I mean, obviously it is, but I'm really curious now. Like, I'm really curious about what this means. Another dragon, another, whoa, like, with only 2 balls, like, or are there more that we see off screen? Like, I'm very curious about this, man. Granolah says, the dragon that grants wishes, the dragon says, you who have gathered the 2 Dragon Balls, you may speak your wish. I shall grant you any single wish that I am able to. So, yes, this is a totally different dragon. It's only 2 balls on this planet. And Granolah is wishing to be the strongest ever. So, a couple questions I have here. Number 1, who is this dragon? Number 2, only 2 balls. Number 3, this is very interesting. Number 3, I kind of feel like Granolah wishing to be the strongest is kind of cheating, honestly. Because you would think he would figure out some kind of other method to train or get stronger the long way, but he's just wishing to be the strongest. And can this dragon really grant the wish to make him stronger than anyone? I mean, the way that Herms translated this, than anyone in any greatest warrior in the universe. Does that include gods? Does that include angels? I assume not. I'm going to assume not here, but man, this is an interesting turn of events. A new dragon with 2 Dragon Balls, and Granolah wishes to be the strongest. That is oh, we have more. Literally, I'm getting the DMs as I'm recording the video. Granolah says, all right, you asked Grandpa before about the spell to summon the dragon, right? Tell it to me. Oatmeal says, Roger. So, I guess this is something from that planet they're on, the cereal planet. Sorry, kind of going in reverse order. It's okay, bro. I appreciate it. I'm literally like, I shouldn't do this. I never show DMs, but this is, you know, part of a video. Nope, but thank you. So, anyways, it's part of a video I Herbs will understand, because it's not like we're going into any private stuff here and any personal stuff. So, anyways, there you go. Granolah wishes to be the strongest. That's wild. Anyways, I'm going to end the video there. Wow. Lots of... I don't even know what to say, yo. This is all new stuff. And now I want to know if there's more Dragon Balls besides just the 4 sets that we know of. There's only 2 balls to make this wish. What do you think? Comment down below. We'll talk soon. Have a great day. And yeah, that is nutty.